So twice this week I've had messages, one from a friend who was saying she needs to buy some new brushes just for herself. I don't know what or how many, but another friend who wanted a whole set to give to their teenage daughter. Like, what set should I buy? Which is really, I find really tough to recommend a whole set, because no, I don't think any set I've bought has completed what I need, but I know I am a professional MUA. So maybe it would, maybe they would if you didn't, you know, if that's all you knew and your needs weren't so specific. Let's have a bit of tea. So anyway, also on the flip side of that, I'm using, I have been given a whole set this week from Luella brushes in collaboration with Sarah Exley. So that's kind of spurred this video on as well, because if I was kind enough to be given them, I think I should use them. But in total honesty, because I only ever talk about things I really like, I'm basically going to show you a collection of the brushes, my best brushes I use, if that makes sense, which are all different brands by all different people, and 90% of which I bought. So in the purposes of honesty and what I like and don't like, I thought I would do that. So here we go. Now this is going to be a long video because I'm doing all of my makeup, so I thought what I would do, obviously like each makeup stage for each brush, I would sort of maybe cut, how am I going to do this? Maybe speed through some bits. Oh, that's going to be such a lot of editing. Maybe I won't do a whole video, maybe I'll just talk you through what I use them for. I don't know what to do. Maybe I should have broken this down a stage. Maybe I'll do this video with a few brushes and then yeah, that's what I'll do. Right, let's get on quickly then. Star Foundation by Dior, back of the hand. Don't be frozen. Oh my gosh, it's frozen. Oh, my hand. My hands are so much worse. They hurt all the time. I can only imagine that's just from years of holding brushes and paint brushes and drawing and writing and uni and now my career. So anyway, this first brush is my Fancy Foundation Faye by Luella. Really short, really nice. Oh, that's a bit light. Let's mix that up with some darker. Really lovely foundation brush, and I'll tell you why, because it gets right in there. It's really soft, the bristles are quite short so they don't soak up too much foundation. I use brushes at work, and I like to use sponges on myself. I find brushes, because I do so many people, are easier. This is a really bad bottle. Ow, that's really hurting. I find brushes much easier to clean and quickly move the product around the face, and I don't find them as wasteful as using sponges, because I'm really trying to have as little waste in my life as possible, a lot of refilling, and obviously as little plastic as possible, but in my job it seems nearly impossible. So anyway, that's a really lovely foundation blending brush. Now my tan is a little bit all over the place because I haven't tanned properly for a while, and some bits have grabbed like on my neck in different areas. It also always grabs into where I have spots. So let's just make sure this looks nice and even. Hey, isn't that just such a nice brush? How it blends. I mean, to be honest, if I was doing this on someone else, I'd use my foundation brush and then I'd buff it with a buffing brush. But I haven't got anything here, so I've just pulled out exactly like the most minimally what I would need. Onto my concealer. My concealer is MAC NC30 Select Cover. So I'm pop a little bit onto the back of my hand, and I'm going to mix that into the foundation I've just used, just to make sure that shade is completely correct. So it's maybe one shade lighter, but not enough to look shocking. You know when those people do those nasty white bits under their eyes when you see Instagram videos of professional makeup artists? Pretty shocking. Also, they put it on so thick, and they do it on girls who are like 21, so they can put it on as thick as they want, because these girls haven't got any creasing whatsoever, any lines. But equally, they don't need any concealer at all. So anyway, let's get that on. I'm just going to do a little buff with my Precise Powder Pauline. So this is a powder brush to go under the eyes and around the nose in the smaller areas. But I'm just going to buff that concealer in with it a little bit, just to make sure that is looking pretty flawless and worked into the skin. See, my hand's cramping already from holding brushes. I think I'm in a lot of trouble when I'm older. This is some setting powder, some translucent powder by MAC, and I'm just going to pop that over my eyelids so my eyeshadow doesn't crease, and under my eyes just to set that concealer, but just a very little amount. So actually I'm not gone back into dip for any more powder. I just use what's on my brush and I'm just working it into the skin. And then I'm going to give a big dusting over with my Bronzed Beauty Bella, again by Luella. So have they all been Luella so far? Oh no, so we've had 3 Luellas, and actually my concealer was my MAC 195. Alright, let's go in with my bronzer. My bronzer today is Urban Decay Naked and Flushed palette, so it's 3 in 1. They haven't said which one it is individually, but anyway, it's this bronzer here. Oh, now this is my Sephora contouring angled brush, number 49. Love this. Look at that. Ooh, and it's so soft. Just the right size, really, to get up in those angles. If I was bronzing maybe all over the face, I would use a slightly bigger one to give a massive dusting, but I tend to do my sort of C shape, which is temple, cheekbone, and under the neckline, and this is perfect for it. Alright, so that's my skin and that's my base done. So let's stop this video here and we'll go in for another video that I will edit and put on another post altogether. So that's my skin and my favourite brushes for my skin. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That does seem a bit excessive.